boys and girls, it's Mrs. Sailor. Are you ready to take an adventure in reading? Let's go. This week, you are reading a story called A Musical Day. Let's get our brains ready to think about that story. What do you know about making music? Today, we're going to talk about a comprehension strategy. So, what is comprehension anyway? Well, comprehension means that you are thinking about what you're reading. Boys and girls, can you guess what part of your body you use to think? I bet you guessed brain. Boys and girls, get those brains warmed up for some good thinking about what we read. For today's comprehension strategy, we're going to talk about sequencing. Go ahead and try that big word, sequencing. Sequencing means putting things in order. The sequence of events is the order in which things happen. When we think about sequencing, we think about using order words. For example, first, next, then, and last. Let's take a look at an example of sequencing. Here you'll notice some pictures of the life cycle of a pumpkin. First, we have a seed. Next, we have the sprout. Then comes the flower. And last, we have a pumpkin. Remember, boys and girls, when you practice sequencing events, they need to go in an order that makes sense. Let's think about how we can sequence the events from our story, A Musical Day. Before we get started, let's take a look at our pictures. Here I see two characters from our story, and they are making instruments. In this picture, I see our characters playing instruments in a band to make music. In this picture, I see the character Aunt Viv coming to stay. And in this picture, I see some children arriving at the house to play. Let's think about what order these pictures will go. Which one of these pictures happened first in our story? If you said Aunt Viv comes to the house, you got it. What happens next in our story, A Musical Day? Remember, the events need to go in an order that makes sense. If you said, the kids come over to the house to play, you got it. What happens then in our story? Remember, they need to make sense. Do you think the kids make their instruments, or do you think they play their instruments? Which one of these pictures needs to come then? If you said then the kids make their instruments, you're right. That means last the kids play their instruments. So boys and girls, remember, good readers use comprehension strategies to help them understand their stories. You can think about the sequence of events or the order that the events happen in a story. You did a great job today, boys and girls. I'll see you next time.